Elon Musk. He's the first human to ever cross $500 billion in net worth. He's not just the CEO of Tesla. He's not just a man with 10 children and a few rockets. He's the one who controlled the internet during an actual war. The one whose tweet erased $14 billion from the stock market. The one who launched astronauts when NASA was still doing paperwork. The one who shut off internet access mid-conflict because he decided the attack shouldn't happen. His name is Elon Musk, but the way he holds power looks nothing like anything we've seen before. 4 future-facing companies are in his hands. $500 billion in net worth, control over space, vehicles, brains, data, and your feed. He doesn't just build businesses, he rewrites the rules of the game. So here's the question. Is this a visionary building the future, or a chaos agent with access to the world's most dangerous buttons? Let's decode it. Elon Musk, the chaos strategy. He was born in 1971, and by 2025, he became the first human to cross $500 billion in net worth. Not through inheritance, through building.
Gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Mr. Elon Musk.
Elon Musk isn't just a CEO, he's the living embodiment of a brand. He doesn't sell dreams, he engineers them. And somehow he's running multiple empires at the same time. Tesla, the world's most valuable electric car company. SpaceX, the only private force sending rockets to space and winning contracts over NASA. X, formerly Twitter, now redesigned in his own image. Neuralink, where brain chips are being tested inside human skulls. XAI, a newborn AI giant already chasing a $200 billion valuation. The Boring Company, drilling tunnels beneath cities for fun, or maybe control. Across all of them, he holds major shares. He's not an employee, he owns the game. This isn't just a businessman, it's a system, a pattern, a power structure built around a single mind. So let's pull it apart, layer by layer, because beneath the numbers, there's a logic waiting to be decoded.
Yes! This is what victory feels like. Yeah!
Elon Musk doesn't think like most CEOs. He doesn't copy, he dissects. He uses what he calls first principles thinking, a mindset stolen from physics. Don't assume, don't compare, break it down, start from zero. When rockets were too expensive, he didn't negotiate. He asked, what's a rocket actually made of? The answer? Metal, fuel, wiring, total cost, about 2% of what companies were charging. So he built his own, from scratch, and made launches 10 times cheaper than anyone else. That's not innovation, that's disruption by design. But thinking different isn't enough. You have to risk everything, and Musk did. In 2008, both Tesla and SpaceX were collapsing. He bet his entire PayPal fortune to save them. He had $0 left. He called it the worst year of my life. But on Christmas Eve, a last-minute deal kept them alive. That's the pattern. Break the rules, bet everything, ignore the noise. When automakers mocked electric cars, he built Tesla. When governments owned space, he launched SpaceX. When Silicon Valley played it safe, he said what others were afraid to think, publicly, loudly. And when patents were his advantage, he gave them away, all of them, to help the world catch up. Because in his words, if we're trying to grow the electric car market, why lay legal landmines behind us? This isn't just bold, it's surgical rebellion, strategic chaos. Elon Musk doesn't follow disruption, he manufactures it, and then dares the world to keep up. Hidden logic in deep analysis. On the surface, it looks chaotic. Random tweets, sudden firings, rockets exploding, billions lost. But look closer, and the chaos is structured. Musk operates on a different clock. Where others move quarterly, he moves generationally. Most CEOs optimize for this year's profit. Musk, he optimizes for the species. That's why he takes risks no board would ever approve. That's why he burns billions on ideas not even proven. And that's why, when it works 10x bigger than anyone else. SpaceX isn't just a rocket company, it's a monopoly on space infrastructure. He doesn't just launch satellites, he controls global internet during wars. Tesla isn't just a car brand, it's a data-collecting machine feeding billions of miles into AI learning. Every Tesla on the road is a sensor, a node, training the brain for the self-driving future. And X, that's not a social network, that's a narrative weapon. He owns the platform, he owns the story, he controls the fire hose of global attention. Here's the logic: control the pipes, not just the product. Control the infrastructure, and you shape how the future flows. And when he builds vertically, top to bottom, chip to software, rocket to satellite, car to charging station. Everything in the chain, owned. This isn't business, this is empire architecture. And like any empire, he doesn't follow trends. He builds realities, then makes the world adapt. The dark side. This isn't just a businessman. This is a public spectacle, a walking headline, a CEO turned celebrity with a personal brand more chaotic than any of his companies. A cave rescue in Thailand, Musk sends a prototype mini-submarine. A British diver calls it a PR stunt. Musk fires back and calls him a pedo guy. Yes, a billionaire accusing a stranger of pedophilia on Twitter in front of millions. The result? A $190 million defamation lawsuit, a court, a trial, a jury, and somehow he walks away not guilty. Same year, live on the Joe Rogan podcast, he lights a joint, whiskey in hand. NASA? Furious. They ordered a full audit on SpaceX to make sure the weed didn't spread to the rocket engineers. And politics? Let's just say Elon Musk doesn't hide behind neutrality. He called lockdowns fascist. He mocked Elizabeth Warren as Senator Karen. He reinstated banned hate speech accounts, then banned journalists for tracking his jet. Free speech? Maybe, as long as it flows one way. In his personal life, 3 marriages, 10 known children, 2 with names that sound like encryption keys, a child born through Neuralink staff. He says he's just doing his part to solve population collapse. He challenges Zuckerberg to a cage fight, smokes weed on camera, deletes journalists, cancels presidents, fires entire teams, redesigns the internet, reprograms the media, then tweets like nothing happened. Because for Musk, chaos is part of the operating system. We like to believe the future is built by rules, by reason, by boards and balance sheets. But maybe the future is built by something else, by obsession, by friction, by a mind unchained from corporate etiquette and wired into the logic of disruption. Elon Musk isn't leading companies, he's bending infrastructures, not managing, reprogramming. Governments watch him, markets react to him, followers worship him, critics fear him, but no one ignores him. Because you don't ignore a storm when it's changing the shape of the sky. So here's the real insight. He doesn't live in the system. He runs simulations on it. And while the world debates who he is, billionaire or Bond villain, genius or maniac, he stays one move ahead, just enough to keep you watching, just enough to stay unclassified. Because that's what the algorithm of chaos does. It never lets you look away. If you saw the pattern, you know where to find the next one. Stay in the dark. We decode what others ignore.